Some people don't understand the concept of daily winning. It is possible because some people don't understand winning as a daily outcome until now. Here at Champions for Life podcast, we give you ways to understand how to reverse your thinking about winning. That yes, you can, and that it is possible to experience daily winning. In small but powerful ways, you will begin to change your life and become the champion for life you have envisioned for yourself. Hi, I'm Jana. You will be listening to JDC, my husband, a father of 6, martial artist, entrepreneur, a servant of Jesus Christ, and a tough love kind of guy who will share with you experience, wisdom, and ways you can overcome any challenge in your life. So get ready to be inspired, encouraged, and motivated to take decisive action.
Good afternoon, Ms. Heather. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. I'm excited to speak with you for the next 15 minutes or so. And I wanted to ask you and see if you can share what has been your experience with Sovereign and what it's done for your family. And tell us, before we get to all of that, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you ended up here at Sovereign.
Well, it's quite a long history with me. I'm one of the long lifers here. I entered Sovereign Martial Arts doors when Joni was 3.5 because I was concerned that she was acting up in preschool and she had poor gross and motor skills. So it no, it was just I was like, that's it. I'm enrolling her. I didn't ask the husband. I just enrolled her, and it's been worth it. I mean, she went from she couldn't really kick at all. Like she had to hold on to someone to kick, and now she can kick above an adult head. Like, the skills and trainings that she's received is amazing. And then maybe a year into it, my other two eventually joined, and I joined. But before I joined, I had to be part of the team. So I actually asked Something Gabby if there was a way that I could be a part of the team, and then she brought it to you guys, and the rest is history.
Wow, that's amazing. And I understand your whole family trains as well, right?
Absolutely. My husband finally joined like 2 years later. He did the kickboxing self-defense class.
Wow, amazing. Amazing, amazing. Now, tell us a little bit about you. What are your struggles and all of that? And you still decided to do the martial arts, get your black belt, be part of the team. You have triplets and all that. Share how is that life, and how can we inspire other moms that may be going through challenges and can say, you know what, if she did it, I can do it, and I want to do it.
Absolutely. Um, like you said, I have 9-year-old triplets. They were 3 when I started, and I also have multiple sclerosis myself. And I decided, you know what? I was enjoying watching my kids, but I wanted to be part of the action. Even if I could, you know, to the best of my abilities, I could do only so much. At least I'm being active versus just sitting there watching.
Mm.
And as time went on, things improved, my health improved, my mental clarity is so much better. I mean, back then it was woe is me, I can't do this, I can't do that. Now it's yes I can.
Big transformation, right?
Absolutely.
So what do you got
I,
to say to the mom that has kids, uh, she's married to, she has a life, but the kids want to do the martial arts and they want to do something powerful, but she doesn't seem to feel convinced that this could be good for them. Well, what do you got to say to that kind of mom?
well, to that kind of mom, sovereign martial arts in itself is not just about karate. It's not just about the punching, the kicking. It's more to it. When you come to our school, it's a family environment. You feel hugged by everyone when you walk in the door. Everybody loves you
Yeah.
like that. And your kids are loved like that. And it doesn't matter how unskilled they are, we make sure that they feel they accomplish to the point where they actually do accomplish. So we don't, the biggest part is it's not a negative experience whatsoever. We do everything in our power to make sure that our children's experiences at Sovereign is a positive experience. And because of that, I could say with my kids, I mean, they're leaders. I hear about it all the time in their school. And, you know, it just, it's life changing, and it's not just about karate. It's so much more to that.
So what are the things that you have noticed about your kids that as a result of being in Sovereign, they have become better at home and in school and with themselves personally?
Basically, I mean, don't get me wrong. I still get the parent, can you do this? And you get the, but, because they've learned so much about discipline and structure, and I've learned it too. Like, it's a two-way street. The parent needs to learn on top of the child learning, and then you learn ways to communicate with your child that gets them excited to do what it is that they're supposed to do, but in a positive way that they don't mind doing it. And it's awesome when you hear, yes mom, I can do that.
Yeah, because in this environment, um, you know, in regular life activities and all of that, there is a lot of benefit to that, but there's also limitations to those, right? When you come to Sovereign here, our focus is to break through the limitations, break through the lack of their identity, because they don't have a clear identity. So they start to do weird things and crazy things. We take the awkwardness out and we start to develop them as leaders and building them the yes I can attitude. They become like, unstoppable. They go from, you know, trying to believing that they can. From
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do my best to, what, I'm making it happen. So we always go to that next level in a powerful environment. What can you share about that it has done for you and your family and all of that?
It's just too much to share.
Well,
But
give me like your best, like your top two.
let's use Logan as an example. I
Okay.
mean, this was a child who couldn't last more than 2 minutes in a karate class years ago. He just couldn't stop running around. He has ADHD and he has autism. He just could not comprehend the stay still, and it was frustrating. But you the instructors at Sovereign continued to use their patience, continued to nurture him, and eventually he lasted 15 minutes, and finally he lasted a half hour when he was a Sovereign Tiger. And now he's 9 years old, and he goes through a 45-minute class and a half-hour class in one sitting.
That 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 is like powerfully mind blowing. Like, think about that. ADHD, autism. Now I'm not raving Sovereign, but I am. Okay. And the more that what I'm really raving about is the belief that you had. You believe the process, you believe the team, you believe the Sovereign environment and culture for your child, for your family, for your kids. And that's what I'm really raving, okay? It's exciting to me. It resonates with me. I love this. And I want every family to be part of Sovereign. Everyone, everybody, wherever we open a Sovereign school, I want all the families in there because we're about the family. And you're hearing it right here. Uh, it's amazing to me to hear you say that because I remember seeing him, you know, and to have him now 45-minute class, 30-minute class. 30-minute class, by the way, is the leadership training class. This is where we do public speaking. We teach them about leadership. We teach them about how to be proactive. We teach them about how to think, make choices. We teach them how to communicate. All these things that make you a great leader. That's what that class is about. It's really going beyond the kick and the punch. Really going beyond the movement, right? We're not a movement martial arts, we're developmental martial arts, right? We just take the movement and put it in another level. right? Because you develop, right? When you develop, you do better movement. And so your son, I can see him when he's like 15, 16. He's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, he's going to be amazing. You keep him in the program, you keep him training, because where else can you get an environment where the moment you walk in, the moment you present, now that we're with COVID and we're doing this online, when you're in that computer monitor, you're watching,
You're
and you're seeing all these folks,
spoken.
where do you get this? Why are we here? Who's excited? Right? And we teach them, you're here to learn, to develop. And who's excited? Because you gotta be excited to learn, right? The emotional state is up, right? And then who's gonna do their best? So now they're making a choice. So they know why they're there, they get excited, and they make the choice to do their best. Imagine your child training like that over and over for years, and that only takes one little thing to make a big difference in their life, right? What do you think about that?
Absolutely. I think it's amazing because I mean, don't get me wrong. Parents are gonna be like, "Wait, well, my kid's not doing the same as everybody else." That's not the point. The point is that they're learning at their own pace.
Yes,
They're learning at their own level,
correct.
and that's all that matters. You don't need in with Sovereign. You don't need to compare yourself with other students. You only worry about being better than the you are today.
Powerful. That's so amazing. What last, we're running out of our time here. What is your thing, right? The one thing that you could tell that parent, because in our culture we get all the families involved, the parents as coaches, they tie their belts, even though it's like messed up, it doesn't matter because we're building experiences, right?
Right.
What can you tell that mom, that dad that's on the sideline, even though they're getting involved, but it's not the same? What can you tell them to get involved, and why should they?
Well, it's great for parents to get involved. It's not only, you may not realize it, but the kids see what you're doing. And when they see that you're taking class yourself and that you're working on improving yourself, you they get inspired and they feel good because they feel like they're on the right path and they're doing the same thing as their mom or dad.
Mm,
And then as an adult yourself, you may not think so, but you actually need so much more development when it comes to learning about life and the skills and how to apply them. And you don't realize what you need to learn until you are actually a part of it.
powerful. So you heard it. Get out of the silence and get into the game. Love it.
Absolutely. It's
Love
worth
it.
it.
Love it. Love it. So what is your goals with Sovereign for you?
My goals for Sovereign is obviously this year to get my first degree black belt, um, to continue nurturing my children, keep pushing them, bringing them along, making sure that they get their black belts too, and to move myself up when it comes to Sovereign, to be this amazing leader and even an instructor when I am teaching at the school, to be like the best instructor possible, and to also run a Sovereign martial arts school myself.
Wow. Powerful. Do you remember the day that you said, I'm going to do that?
That was probably, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago.
And how did you come to that conclusion?
You know what? It came to that conclusion because I feel that my family is going to be invested in this for life. And we actually invested in a lifetime membership.
You're a lifetimer with us. That's right.
Yep. And I know for a fact that Joni wants to be a ninja when she grows up. She's had that career goal for over 3 years. What kid at 9 years old do you know had the same goal for over 4 years of doing one particular thing?
That's a rare, but I was one of those rares.
And I know I need to have a Sovereign martial arts location, not just for myself, but for my kids, so they have a place that because I've been inspiring them. I said, one day you're going to be Kohais, you're going to be senseis, and Logan can't stop talking about, I'm Sensei Logan, I'm Sensei Logan.
Look at him. That's an amazing belief. And so, how many kids, right? Because every day every day of our life, we go through events. One event, 1 minute, right? Every day. And if we analyze those events, right, it shapes our lives. And the more that we can give them the event of success, the event of believing well, the event of yes, I can, the event of I can do it, the event of I am, the event of, you know, I'm a champion, I am a winner. That, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Transformational. And at 9 years old, he's already speaking,
Yes.
right? Speaking future now, bringing the
Yep.
future forward, right to him. I love that.
Yep.
That's what we do. That, would you say that that's more important than a kick and a punch?
That is so much more valuable than a kick and a punch. It's
Now, don't get me
it's
wrong. We kick,
priceless.
punch, right? We do it all, right? We love it. We self defense, all of that. But this is the future.
Absolutely. And that's what Sovereign believes.
Amen.
It's all about making sure our children are better prepared for their future.
Yes. Well, we're coming to the end of our time here. I said that twice now. It's always a joy speaking with you.
I love speaking with you too.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you again. And, you know, I'll see you in class and in training and all that good stuff. Thank you for sharing and inspiring some of the parents out there, you know. So
You're welcome.
thank you again.
You're welcome.